Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about how to make your own stop motion movies at home. Let's start by defining what stop motion is. Stop motion was invented in around the late 1800s at the same time as other film technologies. It's a way to animate inanimate objects, or in other words, to make objects like these look like they're moving. Basically, to make stop motion, you take a picture of an object, move it a tiny bit, and then take another picture. You keep doing this, and then once you put all of the pictures together, it will look like the object is moving. You may have already seen some shows that use this animation technique. Some of my favorites are Shaun the Sheep, Wallace and Gromit, and a lot of Wes Anderson's films. You may have also seen Nightmare Before Christmas, Pingu, James and the Giant Peach, and lots of other movies. Let me know what your favorite stop motion movies or TV shows are in the comments below. So now that you know what stop motion is, let's talk about how you can make your own movie. There are a lot of really great apps out there that make stop motion super easy and lots of fun. I would recommend starting by downloading one of these apps onto a phone or a tablet. You can also use a regular camera to take your pictures, but then you'll have to have some sort of other editing software to edit all of your pictures together in the end to make your movie. Second, you need to have something to keep your camera completely still. Stop motion works best when your camera is stationary, otherwise your photos will look really shaky, and when you put them all together, it won't look really great. I like to use something like this, a little tripod for your phone. You can also get tripods for a tablet. If you don't have something like that or you don't want to buy anything, you can also use books. You just stick the books together with the phone in the middle. Here's an example that does not use a tripod. You can see it's kind of jumpy. And then here's an example that does use a tripod. The movement overall is just a lot smoother. Lastly, you'll need to gather the objects that you're going to be photographing. Once you have these three things, a camera, a tripod, and your objects, you're ready to start making a movie. For your art assignment today, you're going to be making a stop motion story with objects you can find in your house. To begin, I want you to think of a story you can tell. This could be inspired by real life events, maybe something funny that happened to you and your friends, or a story that your mom always likes to tell you, or it could be inspired by one of your favorite books. Start to think how you will tell the story using stop motion. Your video should only be 2 to 3 minutes long, so the story shouldn't be that complicated. Next, you need to gather all of the objects that you're going to be photographing. Think of these as your movie stars. They're the subjects of your story. You can use a favorite toy, like an action figure or a stuffed animal, or you can even make your movie star out of something like Play-Doh or paper and popsicle sticks. Whatever works best for you and whatever you have access to in your house. Once you have your movie star, think about the environment that they're going to be in. This is called a set. You might use doll furniture or make your set out of clay and painted pictures. Whatever you can find to make a nice setting for your story. Now that you have your pre-production done, or in other words, you have all of the planning to start your project, you're ready to start taking pictures. Remember that your camera needs to stay still, so make sure you have your tripod or a stack of books to do that. Also, to make the stop motion the smoothest, make sure that you only move the object a tiny bit in between each picture. Otherwise, your video is going to seem really jumpy, that your character is here and then suddenly it's over there. Here's an example of moving the object too much in between each photograph. Here's an example of moving the object just a tiny bit in between each photograph. Overall, it makes the movement smoother and seem more realistic. You can also make your video more interesting by adding things like music or a voiceover. A voiceover is basically where you or another person record your voice saying what the characters would be saying. Some apps even let you do things like draw on the picture or add little words and animations. You can get as creative as you want with the editing of your movie. So there you have it. Now you know how to make your very own stop motion movie. In the description below, I've linked a couple other examples of kids' work, as well as some artists that are using stop motion professionally. Have fun and be creative.